Yo. All right. Oh. Hey. What up? All right. More Quickshell things today. Yeah, so turn this music down so I can think. All right. Today is like my second full day without nicotine, and I'm kind of losing it. I'm losing my mind. So we're going to do something that makes me lose my mind more, which is beat my head against a wall. All right. All right. Where the hell did we leave off? Okay. Yeah. So next stream plan, add a workspaces widget. That's easy. Add wallpaper support. I don't think that's going to be super duper hard. And then base windows for time and stats. That's easy. So we've got a pretty easy stream ahead of us. So, all right. I'm kind of liking Zed, kind of not liking Zed. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I would like something. I might try out like Neovim. I'm just not to be completely honest with you, as maybe an unpopular opinion within that circle, I'm just not a fan of the Vim bindings. I do like the idea of a terminal-based editor, though, just for simplicity's sake. But anyway, okay. So the workspaces widgets, that should be pretty simple. Let's go ahead and fill all Quickshell. Is it QS? There we go. All right. And then we'll want to open, let's see. QS. See modules. See our components. And then workspaces. So from what I remember, it's just going to be using the Hyperland workspaces as a model for a repeater to do that. Yes, and that is exactly what it is. What I want to do, because one of the issues that I ran into with the previous iteration was being able to position things on the bar. So I would like to set columns for the bar, and I know that there's a way to do that. So let's go ahead and you just come here. And one thing that I forget about Quickshell as well is you can just make like just full ass windows. Like you can make just an entire application. I forget that it's just QML. Like let's see here. I want I don't need it in Quickshell, it would be Qt Quick. And then you can do like a row. Let's see the layout. So I guess the easiest way is just mess around with it. So let's do hermit shell qs hp shell .xml. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so we've got our buttons and whatnot. Okay, so yeah, we want like the center, the left, and the right. So let's go to the bar. Then okay. Okay, so I guess so spacing, I'm assuming, is the amount of like divisions. So like for instance, if I applied this to the bar, it would be the screen width. I'm assuming 6 would mean that it would divide it into like 6 rows. So if I set mine to 3, that would just put everything kind of where it needs to be. Do I need to do that though? Because I mean, I guess if I want to make it more customizable, then yeah. But like, I don't know why I would do that, or why I would do a row. Because I don't think that's going to help me position. Hang on. I don't know if that's going to help me position things. Because mainly the issue that I was running into was with the like system tray aspect. The drop down for the system tray was really screwing me. And I don't think this would help with that, to be honest with you. Like positioning that drop down. So we'll just leave it. It's fine. So let's stick to what we were gonna do. So workspaces widget. So let's go to modules, because that is going to be a module. is it gonna be? Yeah, logical. Works. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and import all our shit. Hyperland. Import qt quick. Import qt quick dot effects. And then what am I doing in here? Setting the color to the accent color. Yeah, not really doing anything, so I don't think we need to import anything else. Here, model hyperland dot workspaces. Okay, let's see what we're doing. So this is what it's repeating, is the rectangle. ID hitbox. So okay, I see what we were doing here. I could just make it. No, I wouldn't want it to be a button. No, I wouldn't want it to be a button. Okay. So this is just anchoring in the vertical center. That makes sense. Make it the height of the bar. That makes sense. We could just do. Yeah, we would need to do bar dot implicit height. Right? Is that? Just do that, yeah. Right. And then implicit width. We'll set that to a specified number for now. But I do want to use a percentage of the width at some point, just so that that's always going to scale right. Then, yep, color transparent. And then the actual visible button workspace is we'll do this button. This work, because I might have used this button somewhere else. Width. We're gonna go ahead and set these to random numbers for now. Color, we're just gonna set it to white for right now. And then anchors is gonna be horizontal center and vertical center. All right, and then I don't need the shadow there right now. Yeah, okay, so this should function somewhat in its current state. So we can just go ahead and we can just call the workspaces. Okay. So we have one. And it is not. Oh, wait. Because, of course, it's not. So we don't have any kind of spacing between it. This is where the row layout makes sense. So we would need row. Oh boy, so that broke it. How do we use that? How did I do it? Here. Yeah, it's row. Okay. Anchors. We can do same thing I'm doing in this one. So vertical center, and then right. No, turn out left is what we want. That spacing. Spacing. Do 14. I don't know. That is gonna work. What am I missing? I'm missing something very simple, I feel. I'm gonna set the color to white on this one, just to kind of see. Is it even? It is not. Okay. What am I missing? I'm missing something really simple. I just set the model to 5. Okay, we're just gonna get rid of all of this except for the row for right now. Okay. So we're calling this is being used, and it's being anchored to the left in the center of this bar. Actually, that might be the issue. Hang on. And then left. No. That is not the issue. Okay. Yeah, and it should work with parent anyway. So let's just go ahead and I'm going to. First thing I'm going to do is just make a rectangle that is just width 10, height 10, and then anchors horizontal center, horizontal center, and vertical center. Okay, that made one thing. Well, obviously, if we make another one, second, we need one more. No, it's not. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a repeater and put this rectangle inside. And then we'll do model equals 5. That's what the hell? Why is this not working? I'm so confused. Yeah, that should. Why? I don't understand this shit. What? Why is it? Okay. We have a row. Does the row need to actually be in the bar, or I feel like it wouldn't matter. We have a repeater because, okay. That's Quickshell. Okay. So we have a row that is anchored to the left. If we set the left margin to 8, that doesn't do anything. Oh, why doesn't that do anything? Wait, that doesn't make any sense. 20. What? Wait, I'm actually really confused. I don't understand why that isn't working. spacing 14. And then it calls workspaces, which is the repeater. Model is hyperland.workspaces. Let's just go ahead and put that in there. Okay. We make our rectangle. Horizontal center. Okay, now it's gone. What the hell? Rectangle. Just in the vertical center. Width 12. Height is going to be the visible bar. Very, very strange. I don't know what I'm missing here. It's gonna be the repeater. Oh. The repeater isn't anchored anywhere. The vertical center is parents of vertical center. This is weird. I don't know why this isn't working. You know what? Fuck it. Let's try putting the row. I don't really want to, but I'd rather it all just be in its own space. Okay. Spaces. So let's go ahead and just make a row. This is gonna be a workspace row. And then put this in here. And then we're gonna do spacing 14. And then anchors left equals parent dot left, and vertical center is parent dot vertical center. What isn't working here? I don't understand, because if let's just do a text. Next is test. That shows up. And then I do a second one. Test 2. That works as well. So the row functions Okay. 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 So something in the workspaces that is not working. So we have a repeater, and that repeats a rectangle that is just a rectangle. And it is not working. Repeater. I know you can set the model to just a number, but that's also not working. So I don't. Repeater. Let me just do a text. Text. Yo. Okay, that worked. If we set this to hyperland.workspaces, that also works. Okay. So now if we do a rectangle, what did I do different here? Okay. Rectangle, ID, hitbox, hit button. Okay, and then we set the width to 14 and the height to parent.height. Is bar.height. Okay, that worked. All right, so what if we set the width to the height of the bar as well? Would that make them square? That would. Sick. Okay. Is this no longer on the center of the screen? No, it is. Right? So if we... Okay, that doesn't change. Okay, we're good. Cool. Okay. That is exactly what we want to see. So now, you can go ahead and do anchors left, parent dot left. Is that gonna break? No, it's not. Okay, left margin is 8. That's not, we don't want to do this here. We want to do that on the actual row, which is in bar. Left margin equals 8. Cool. All right, that is what we want. So of course, this is just the hitbox for the buttons. This is not going to be the actual size of the buttons. So we've made the rectangle. Let's make the actual buttons. It's going to be ID is button. Oh, that's because that's already been used, right? Hit button visible. We name it. Oh no, wait. No, I think I'm just stupid and haven't finished making the button. If we do width is 12, height is 12. There we go. Oh, it automatically makes it like, wait a second. So if we do color green, oh, strange. Huh. Um, that's odd that it doesn't show the full button behind it. Is that even actually? No, that's just completely ignoring this button or this rectangle. Oh, because it's not in the fucking rectangle. I'm dumb. There we go. All right. So what we'll do is we will make this color green. There we go. And then we will import qs.functions. And we are going to set the width to find percentage dot find percentage. We want 80% of parent dot width. Okay, and then we'll do the same thing for height. And that's simply so that it can scale correctly. And then we will anchor this in vertical center and horizontal center. All right, and that puts them in the middle there. So, all right, now we can start doing the fun stuff, which is yeah. Okay. So this is going to be a long ass thing. Data dot focused. So if it's focused, we want it to be 80%. And if it's not, we want it to be, we'll say like 70%. We'll say like 60%. All right. And then we're just going to copy this same thing and we're going to change it to height. Cool. So now that changes. All right. And then do is we will set the radius as well. So radius is model data dot focused. We will do, what is the base radius for everything that I'm using here? Do I have that set in the config file, or is that something I'm manually setting? Parent.radius. Is that? Base window radius, yeah, okay. So what we can do here then is do loader.base window radius, or we'll set it to 10 to make it a circle. Radius, oh, it would help if I spelled it right. There we go, okay. Do I want it to be a circle? Because nothing else is really a circle. Let's set it to like 6. Let's set it to like 4. That's just gonna make it bigger. Set it to like 3.5. Wait, 1. Like 2.5. Let's go ahead and make this transparent now. Okay. What would a negative radius do? Nothing. Okay, that's what I assumed. But we set it to like 10. That will make them circles. Set it to like 2. And then what we could do, I don't like the spacing. So set the spacing to like 6. Yeah, it's better. About 4. Yeah. Cool. All right, and then color is going to be same type of syntax. So we're just going to check the model data. It's focused. We will set the color to loader.accent color, or we'll set it to qt.darker loader.accent color. I think that's the syntax for it. Oh, yeah. It definitely is doing something. 1. Okay. 3. Cool. That is what I want. Okay. All right. So now we want it to look pretty. So what we'll do is we're going to make some behaviors. So go ahead and do a behavior on width height. Will it let me do multiple? No, it won't. Yeah, okay. We'll do number animation. Number animation. How the hell does that work again? I can't remember for the life of me. Send the button. Okay. Number animation, duration, and easing. Okay. So So we're just gonna set that to the same one, actually. Hey, okay, that's actually kind of nice. I like that. I don't like how it's kind of like jittering like that, so. Oh, whoa. Interesting when it does that. Let's try in out quick. No, just out. Okay. Oh, because it's only happening on width and not height. So let's go ahead and set the height. Oh, whoops. Height. Okay. Now we just need to set it for the radius. Sick. Radius. Okay, cool. Oops. Oh, whoops. Oh, I just closed out of it. If we anchor this, will that help at all with the kind of jitteriness under? No, that breaks everything. Okay. Never mind. If we do it in just the vertical center. Oh, okay. What if we... I feel like the easing may actually be hurting us here. And kind of accentuating the issue. Like... What if we keep them at the same size, but we just change the radius? That kind of looks better. I like that. So what if we set this to something more, like 5? Okay, yeah, I like that. Okay, and then we can actually go ahead and make that a little bit darker. Yeah. Cool. All right, we have made the workspaces work. Okay. All right, so we can go here. Okay, go ahead and check this off. Okay. Wallpaper. Seeing how adding in the workspaces widget has taken an hour already. Not feeling super confident on this one, but basically what I understand is we will basically just have to make a window that is the size of the screen and set it to the back layer of like the like back Wayland layer. And then I think for now, I'm just going to have it be a path in the config file. And that's something that like later I will add a settings window where you can kind of set these things. But for right now, I just want it to work. So, all right, okay, so there's a few things that we'll have to do. First off, we'll have to get all of the monitors that are connected and then set each one, which is actually going to be kind of a nightmare. I didn't really think that far ahead. So let's fucking do it. All right. I'm going to call this wallpaper.qml. Okay. So what I have found helpful to do is to just look at other things that use Quickshell. And see how they do it. So to background. Okay, let's see here. Quickshell.screens. Background. Oh, okay. So okay, so I mean that section of it is pretty straightforward, and I guess I would just load an image and set it to like fit or scale or however it would be done. Asynchronous. I haven't messed around with any of that, but we'll see. Okay. Show. Let's see. Okay. So this is calling styled window. Okay. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and start fucking around with this. So we will need these three, right? Obviously. And then we can set a actually, what would we set for like a window here? QS window. For right now, I'm just gonna use a panel window. So we'll do let's actually look at what they're doing for styled window. It's gonna be somewhere in here. Oops. Modules. Style window. It is just a panel window. Okay. All right. So we'll do a panel window. And we're going to anchor it to everything. So top, screen dot top, bottom, screen dot bottom. Actually, I don't know if that's gonna work like that. And then we want to set the WLR layer shell dot layer is going to be the background layer. So both of these is kind of what we want. And then so this should just make a white background across the entire screen once I load this in. Would I load this into shell or would I load this into the bar? Let's try loading it into the shell. Let's do wallpaper. Let's ID wallpaper. Oh, okay. Well, didn't quite do what I was expecting it to. That's not in the right layer. Huh? Why is that showing above things? Wait, that doesn't make sense. WLR layer dot background. That should overlay top bottom. And that's really strange that that's not behind. I just assumed that that would be how that works. Wayland layer background. Below bottom. That am I missing something? Oh, well, first off, it's not going to be parent. It's just going to be true. I fear this is going to just make my entire screen white, and I'm kind of scared of that possibility happening. No, that didn't happen, and also did not change the square in the middle of my screen at all. Why? Oh, would help if I set this not in the anchors. There we. All right. Well, that's working. Cool. That works. Let's make that not flashbang me. We're gonna go color black. Cool. All right. We can display an image onto this right now. We could also, since we just have access to this, we could do like little widgets on the background, which would be interesting. That would be interesting, but that's scope creep as of right now. Let's focus on finishing the fucking thing. I think you can just, yeah, do an image. Let me remember how to do that. Quickshell, where's image? That's gonna be in Qt Quick. Image. QML image. There we go. Asynchronous. Would that actually speed things up if I made things asynchronous? Because I'm assuming that would just be like low priority thread by enabling the asynchronous property. Okay. Fine. All right. Let's take a look here. So we will set asynchronous to true. So to ID wallpaper image asynchronous equals true. Source equals. Let's go ahead and grab my wallpaper that I actually use, which is this one. I'm gonna rename this so that it's not that. We're just gonna call this wall.jpg. So we're going to do, I wonder if it'll actually get that. Oops. Pictures / wall.jpg. No, it did not. Cannot open shell modules. Oh. Oh, that's like appending it. Wait. How do I think I need to actually home/player. There we go. Okay, that worked. Hey, look at that. Wait, that's actually rad. So I'm controlling this now. I have officially made a wallpaper work. Obviously, it's not ideal right now. But I can do so much more now. Actually, I think I may be able to do like blur per like panel now. So like I don't think I have to rely on Hyperland's blur functions for the bar anymore, which means that I can tweak things exactly how I want them, which is actually perfect. I could also apply effects to the background, like a vignette and stuff like that. Actually, let's mess around with that. I want to see what I can do with this. So, let's see. I want to see what I can do here. Smooth. Oh, okay. Well, we want that for if it's being changed at all, which it will have to at some point. So set smooth to true. And then the fill type, I want to mess with that just to test out. Okay. Stretch is default. Tile vertically, tile horizontally. Preserve aspect fit. So again, this is also only working on this monitor. My other monitor is still the default Hyperland gross background. So I want to fix that real quick as well. Let's see. So what we need to do is basically same thing that we're doing for the workspaces, which is to do a repeater, but instead of workspaces, do just like your screens, and then repeat each one for each screen. As for how to do that, that is something that I want to look here. So they're obviously doing this somewhere. The shell screen. Shell screen. Second, what is this? Oh, hey, okay, wait. Okay, so this is like doing other stuff. Where are they getting their screen stuff? What? Am I stupid? Is it just that's a thing? Second one was that background ones. Screen model data. Require property shell screen model data. Source component variants. Variants. Variant items. 3 variants. For the launcher, hang on. Okay. I think I'm overthinking this like crazy. I'm pretty sure all we have to do is just that. And then model data, background. And then, yeah, I think that's all we really have to do. Is just this, so. Okay. Wallpaper. Let's see, how's that? Oh, it's doing a loader. What am I in? Synchronous. I'm really not sure. I want to check a different project just to do a bit of sanity check here. Okay. Quickshell. Modules. Settings. Wallpaper. It's wallpaper tab. Screens equals quickshell.screens and then return. Okay. So I think this may actually be harder to do just through the config file and not with some sort of UI. Here. Get monitor wallpaper. Okay. I just want to get basically just do the same thing on each monitor for right now, just to get it to like work. My God, this is a lot. Shell.screens. Okay. And then how would we, let's see. How does it actually set the wallpaper? Like where does that happen in here? Because I see, oh, I think it's probably going to be here. I see what they're doing to get it. And then this is going to be variants model. Node return quickshell.screens. Filtered screens. Okay, I see. They're doing the same thing here. Get model.name. Okay. Huh. All right. Okay. Those are transitions. Multi-effect. Okay. Quickshell.screens. Variants. Screen equals model data. Okay, okay. That's what I need. So we're going to make a variance. And then we're gonna put the panel window in there. And that's going to break everything. Which is fine. Because we need to set the model is quickshell.screens. Okay. Model is going to be quickshell.screens. And that should... Okay, still only getting it on the one monitor. But maybe still have to do some... Oh, yeah, right. We have to actually make it... Okay, screen equals model data. That should... It doesn't. Okay. Right. Is that correct? Set. Yeah, I think that's fine. Missing. Variance gets closed first, and then the panel windows after that. Huh, okay. Maybe I just did this wrong. Oh, wait, no. Wait, what? Model. Those quickshell.screens, that's fine. And that. What am I missing? I fear I'm missing something. Do I need... What if I... Okay. I'm just gonna go based off of, like, instinct here. Oh. Okay. And we're gonna say... What if I change this to a repeater? Would that do anything? No, that would break everything. Model quickshell.screens screens equals model data. Okay, I need to learn more about what variants actually are here. So let me go back to the Quickshell documentation, and I want to look for variants. Is instances given property changes. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay. Quickshell.screens. Variant is set is changed as it's instantiated. Wait. Model. Okay. I want to see this. Variants. Quickshell screens. No. Property var model data screen equals model data. Oh. Is that... If I just ID wallpaper main, and then we do wallpaper main dot model data. With that, no, that also still does not work. So if we do let's just follow what the fucking thing tells us to do. Let's see. Variants. Quickshell screens. Wait a second. Is it called variants? Wait a second. var. Invalid attached object assignment. Variants. Oh wait, it's supposed to be lowercase. No, okay. So this needs to be model again, I guess. What? I'm very confused as to why that's not working. Let me actually, you know what? I'm gonna put text on the screen. Text. Whoops. Text. We're going to set font dot size. So size equals 70. And then the text is going to be model data, just to see if this is actually doing what I want it to. Oh wait, whoa, it's working. Wait, I'm stupid. Okay. All right. So it's showing my background on both screens now. Obviously incorrectly, but it is clearly doing something. Wait. Why? Now it's not working. Wait, I'm really confused now. What? It was working and now it is not. Now it's working. I'm mad confused. Also, the text is not showing up. Color white. Oh, wait, I need to anchor it. Anchors. Vertical center. Parent. Vertical center. Horizontal center. Parent. No, it's still not. That's strange. But I mean, it is like working now, which is strange. I don't know what's causing it to work and not to work like that. Yo. Huh. Yeah, I don't know why that doesn't work. Panel window. Oh, the image is going on top of it. That's fucking why. All right. Now it should show us yo in the middle of the screen. Sick. Okay. Now do model data and just see what it's spitting out. Nothing. Do yo plus model data. There we go. Okay. Oh, and it's gonna show based off of, yeah, based off of which screen is currently showing. Okay, so I need to do some changes to this code. So image. Okay, I want to do just like a general fit, just for right now before I get whatever figured out. Oh, okay. QML image fill mode. Preserve aspect crop, preserve aspect fit. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna mess around with these two. So do fill mode equals preserve aspect crop. So this should be fine on here. And on here, it has absolutely centered the image. Let's go ahead and set this to preserve aspect fit. That changed absolutely nothing. Let's go ahead and set this to like 40. Okay. And I can just go ahead and change that. Okay. Okay. So why is that not stretch, tile, add, stretch. Let's just see what that does. That's not changing the wallpaper at all on the second screen. I wonder if it's because I set it to asynchronous. But change that to false and then come over here. Okay, it's no, that is still not doing anything. It's just not changing at all. I don't know why it's not changing at all on this one. What if I'm just gonna actually close this and relaunch Quickshell. No, still not. That's really odd that it's just centering the image and not actually transforming it. And I know that you can't see this, Um, but it's really aggravating. I don't know what the deal is. Why it's not actually honoring that, the fill mode. Maybe I'm just doing this wrong. That's most likely what is happening. Auto transform. Frame count. Oh. Interesting. Let's see. Oh. Cache. Okay. Hmm. Free. True. Image dot tile. I don't know. Let's see. Um. It's really strange. It's just not. There's no real explanation for why. It's not even, yeah, it's not even centered. It's just getting the top left. So I don't think this is actually. I think it's starting on this one, and because the next monitor's smaller, it's just not even recognizing that. So I guess it's going to be making different panel windows for each screen. Instead of... Wait. But this is working. This is exactly how they're doing it on Kylestia and TMS. So why is that not working? Normal data. Anchors, color, mask, region. Wait. How is it actually? Let's go. Oh, 2 seconds. Sorry about that. So I just realized during talking about that, wait, I wonder if it's caching. That's I'm just gonna like fuck around with this a little bit more before. Okay, something changed. Still not working, but but my thought is the best solution's usually the simplest. So make the panel window, make it transparent, then make a rectangle that's the size of the screen and put the image on that. I don't know. But that may not be the simplest solution. So let's see here. Source size. Because that might be... Oh, you know what? Actually, yeah. It's getting that. Let's see. I wonder if I can just do, instead of this, get the screen.width and screen.height. If this is even doing what I think it's doing. I genuinely have no idea. So you can get screen.width or screen.height and screen.width. Maybe. Holy shit. Holy shit. That was the answer the whole time. Oh my god. Okay. Well, actually, I don't know if that's the answer. Because it's definitely doing something different. I don't know if it's the correct thing. No, it's not. It's not. It's completely wrong. Okay. Wait. So this is gonna be... What if we do model data dot width, model data dot height? Maybe it's... I don't know if that would work, but that works normal. That looks exactly the same as it just did. So... I'm actually just gonna look here and see if that actually makes sense. So rectangle, and we're going to do implicit height is screen dot height. I wonder if I can do model data dot height set width model data dot width color white. Okay, so that's definitely doing something. Let's go ahead and Control X, and I'm just gonna go ahead and save that in there. Okay, we've got the white background. Now what I want to do is in here stick a text. Let's make the color black so that we're not flashbanged the whole time. What? Oh, right. Okay. So we have this one, which we no longer need. Wait, we can actually just change that to be... Did I break that? I did, yeah. Okay, so we can change this to model data dot width. Do width. And then plus height. Then plus model data dot height. Okay, so if we set this, okay, so that is correct. Is it correct on this one? It is correct on that one as well. Okay, so I think that just may be the way to go about it. So in the rectangle, we will put our image, and we will set this to image dot stretch, and it didn't work. I don't know how to fucking make this work. Why is it not respecting what I'm telling it to do? I'm actually very confused by this. The source size, dot physical width, root dot physical height, fill mode, anchors dot fill parent. Oh, hang on, I might be stupid. Are we just centering it? No, we're not even doing anything to it. Anchors dot fill parent. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. I swear, man. I may be stupid. But hey, I mean, it works now, so you know, sometimes you just ain't thinking. Still have the debug text there, so we can get rid of that. And I think we can actually also just get rid of this rectangle. It's like there's no need for that now that I've actually figured out that I was the stupid one. Yeah. So there we go. Now what I can do. So one thing I want to do is have the ability to have like GIFs play in the back, and I don't know if that's super possible. I know that you can make a timer, and I know you can like show individual frames with the image function. I did see that, so I'm wondering if maybe I can just get the number of frames as like model data and then just have a timer that cycles through all of them, and you can set the speed. Not sure if that would work at all, but it's an idea. What I want to do now, oh, what if we cache this? Okay, that keeps it there, so that's kind of nice. Okay, so what I want to do, there's a few things. So I want to set this as a string that we can just put in the config file. That way it's not hard loaded or hard coded. So what we can do is property string wallpaper path, and then do property string wallpaper path is config file dot wallpaper path. Okay. Okay, all right. Wallpaper. Saved that. So now what we'll do, we will cd okay. Then we're going to add wallpaper path. And we are going to set that to our wallpaper path. So slash home there, pictures wall dots JPEG. All right, so we will save that. And then save this, and then we will set this to loader dot wallpaper path. Okay, so that's still, if we set cache to false, let's see if it is gone. No, it's loading it. All right, so we set this to true. What if we now change that path to wall.gif, see if that works. It does. Okay. Obviously it's not like working as a GIF, but that's something that we could work on in the future if we wanted to. I'm not worried about it right now. Yes. All right. Cool. That's fucking rad. That is perfect. It's exactly what I wanted it to do. So, okay. And then we can actually set the fill mode as well, as a config file option if we wanted to. But for right now, I'm not worried about it. But what that means is we can go to shell and we can knock this off the fucking list. This enables us to do so much more. Like I said, I can just bypass Hyperland's blur functions entirely and do my own. I think should be able to. Base windows for time and stats. I actually want to veto this. I don't want to do that. I want to do experiment with blur through Quickshell and not Hyperland. Okay. And the reason I want to do that, I have to go pick up my roommate from work in like 15 minutes. So that's gonna take longer than 15 minutes. This is something I can just kind of dip my toes into here for a minute. What I want to do. So let's take a look at Quickshell's effects. So actually it'd be Qt Quicks effects. So Qt Quick dot effects. Qt Quick effects. Let's see here. Okay. particle system. Okay. QML blur. Fast blur. Okay. Okay. So that's kind of what I want. Okay. Source. Okay. All right. So we should be able to set the source to, I wonder if we can just set it to the background layer entirely. I don't know if that would work. I feel like that wouldn't work, but might as well try. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm actually just gonna make something different. So I'm gonna make a new module. We're just gonna call this test module QML. This might be useful to keep around, so I'm just gonna keep it. We're gonna import Quickshell, import Qt quick, import Qt quick dot effects. Then we are going to make a rectangle. And we're going to anchor this to vertical center. Horizontal center, center. And then just gonna save that and then call that here. So test module, and that should, wait, yeah, that's gonna be R. So I need to put that in like shell. I'm gonna do test module ID test. That did not work. Why didn't that work? Hang on. What if I make that a panel window? Oh yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay, cool. Right there. That's exactly what we want. So we're going to set the color to gray. And then opacity is going to be 0.6. Oh, right. Let's do transparent. And then we make a rectangle. And then we set the color to gray. Anchors.fill parent. Okay. Now I can change the opacity. 6. So now if I set this to 2 and we load a different website that will show anything behind it. God. There we go. Okay. So that is working. All right. I just realized this is stupid. Unless... Yeah, this is kind of dumb, because, like, why would I want that? It would be nice to change... But we can only put that against the background and not what's actually on the screen. So this may be a massive, ginormous waste of time, actually. Still gonna experiment it with words. Still gonna experiment with it for just the bar, because that may be worth it. I don't know. We will see. Do a fast blur. Is that... No, that's not. Wait, what am I doing wrong? There's something I'm doing. Okay. Wait a second. I think this was the one that's imported weird. This is definitely the one that's imported weird. Please see. Files. You know. Shadow.qml. Yeah, that. Okay. Okay. So now we should be able to do a fast blur. Yeah. All right. Anchors.fill is going to be... Okay. Anchors.fill is going to be parent. So, wait, this isn't supposed to be inside the rectangle. So we'll do a fast blur. Anchors.fill will be parent. It should be fine. Source is going to be the what is this? Wallpaper image. Right. No, that didn't work. Loader.wallpaper path. Actually, no. This is, we want it to be wallpaper image. What are we instantiating this as? Wallpaper dot wallpaper image. Okay. So let's go back to test module. We'll do wallpaper dot wallpaper image. And then radius 32. Not working. Didn't really expect it to be honest. Anchors.fill. Yeah. Maybe they do have to be the same. Are actually, wait a second. Yeah, it's not worth it. Trash. No point to look into that. But with the little bit of time that I still have left, I can mess around with the wallpaper a bit. So these are more graphical effects. Okay. Gradient, distortion, drop shadow, blur, motion blur, glow, mask. Interesting. Okay, so I can just do it with this. Okay, so if I do this, then we do a, just paste that there. Oh, wait, I have to import it. Yeah, of course. Okay, so that kind of worked. We make that 0.7. Okay. What if we go? Yeah, so that's looks similar on each. So now we change the white with transparent. And we have a vignette. That's rad. Cool. Hang on. Got it here. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Does this allow for visible as a option? It does. Okay. True. Okay. And then I can set the opacity, I assume. 0.5. Yes, I can. Okay. Okay. Set this like 0.8. Yeah, it gets a little bit more. Okay, so what I can do here is in loader do property string wallpaper vignettes. We'll set that to a bool, actually. I don't know why I set it to a string. And then the other thing is, like, this config file is a mess, but I don't think it's ever going to be like interacted with by the end user. So I think it's fine because like our settings app will interact with this. And that's probably what I want to work on next, just so that I can get kind of the whole interconnected bits working and then kind of build out the rest of it. Kind of learn more as I go. So we've set that as a config option. We need to set it in file. Wallpaper vignette equals true. All right. Save that. And then what we can do here, we can go back to wallpaper. Visible equals loader dot wallpaper vignette. Okay, so it is currently vignetting, right? We set this to false. Should then not vignette. Yeah. All right. Okay, and then might as well do the same thing for opacity, because like that is something that ideally you would want to be able to change. So let's go ahead and set that, and we can eventually, I'm assuming, like set that to a slider. You know, so opacity, we do the same thing as like base window opacity, just loader property double wallpaper vignette strength. I do want this, the reason I'm kind of setting these a little longer than I'd like is just because I do want it to be like human readable, just for like ease of development, and also just if you know anybody ever sees this config file, then I want that to be simple to understand, or easy enough to understand. So wallpaper vignette strength. All right, we've got that. Now we can go to wallpaper. Opacity is loader dot wallpaper vignette strength. Oh, that's why. I was like, why do I no longer have a background? Okay. So let's go ahead, and what I'm going to do, just to make this a little bit more visible for the stream, is switch over to an empty workspace here, and I will edit this off on my second monitor. So if we turn off the vignette, turns off the vignette, that turns it on. Perfect. That's what we want to see. Vignette strength, I can set this to 0.4. Set this to 0.8. I can set this to 1. I can set this to 0.1. We'll set it at 0.5. And then, yeah. Cool. So I'm actually really happy with the progress made today. I mean, all we really did was the workspaces widget up here, and the wallpaper. But I mean, that's a big step. So what I will do here, we're gonna go ahead and set the plan for the next stream. So, settings window. That's gonna be the only one, because that's gonna be a bit of a bitch, I think. But I think we've had a very, very productive stream here today for 2 hours. It's really not bad, the progress we have made. Also, I'm kind of playing with the idea of having the button not be completely opaque and having a blur behind it, but I don't know if I want to do that. Nah, we'll just leave it the way it is. Okay, well, I think that was a pretty productive stream. Next time we will do the settings window. So, yeah. Thanks for chilling if you've been here. Hopefully, if you're watching this in the future, it has helped you figure something out. But for now, we are good to go. I don't know why I did that without the... yeah, there we go. Okay. All right, well, yeah. All right, I'll see y'all next time. I need to fucking fix that stretch, dude. That's horrible.